Hey Sophia, have you ever sat in a cafe watching people pass by and wondered, what are we really chasing in this life?
Yeah, I often think about it. Watching people rush by, some laughing, some lost in thought. Honestly, everyone's searching for something. Maybe it's money, dreams, or just a bit of peace.
As for me, I feel like sometimes people rush like they're chasing a deadline. They don't even know what they're running after. Life's like a marathon, but so many don't know where the finish line island.
Sounds funny, but it's true. They say, happiness isn't the destination, it's the journey. The problem is, who dares to slow down and admire the flowers along the way?
Staring at flowers is beautiful, but sometimes you go home after and get chased by creditors. That's exhausting too.
You're always joking around, but seriously, life's full of pressures. It's all about how you choose to see it. If you only see debts and worries, even the flowers wilt. But if you can find beauty in the struggle, every day feels lighter.
Yeah, I'll admit it. Once, I lost my job and thought the sky was falling, but then I got a chance to try a new career, and it turned out to be way more fun. Guess it's true what they say. Every cloud has a silver lining.
Exactly. Life's never smooth. It's like a river, sometimes calm, sometimes stormy. But if you learn to steer the boat, even the storms become valuable experiences.
Listening to you, I feel like you're some kind of philosophy captain. But Sophia, tell me, do you ever feel lonely?
Of course. Who hasn't felt empty in a crowd? But I think loneliness is just part of life. It's like a pause in a song because of it. The notes that follow carry more meaning.
So true. I'm always scared of being alone, so I try to fill the void with my phone, social media, but the more I fill it, the emptier I feel.
That's why sometimes you need to learn to sit quietly with yourself. Feel your breath, listen to the wind, or just let your mind rest. That's when you find peace.
That sounds nice. So besides coffee, I need to schedule a date with silence for myself.
Right, and don't forget to dress nicely for your date, or that silence might walk away.
Haha, you really know how to turn philosophy into poetry.
And you've got a knack for turning philosophy into comedy. But really, life, whether sad or joyful, becomes unforgettable when you see it with gentle eyes.
Sophia, don't you think people laugh less as they grow older? When we were kids, a piece of candy or a balloon could make us grin all day. Now, you need a fat wallet to even dare smile freely.
Not quite. As kids, we laughed at simple things. But as adults, we let pressures and expectations steal our joy. Maybe it's not about age, but how we choose to view life.
So you're saying I'm old, but my soul can still be young.
Exactly. There's a saying, youth is a gift of nature, but aging is an art. If your soul knows how to savor life, every age is beautiful.
That's cool. Guess I'm at the age of artistic blooming then.
Yeah, you've got a talent for turning deep thoughts into laughs. But think about it, if we all kept a bit of that childlike curiosity and joy, life would feel so much lighter.
Speaking of kids, the other day I was at the park and saw some little ones playing on the slide. They'd fall, get up, and keep running. I thought, if only adults were that resilient, tripping once wouldn't lead to a month of complaints.
Spot on. Kids teach us a big lesson. Falling is temporary, but joy keeps you moving forward. Adults often forget this, too busy dwelling on failure instead of trying again.
Sometimes I think adults suffer because we burden ourselves with too much careers, status, other people's opinions. Meanwhile, kids just worry about whether they've had ice cream today.
Right. Life's actually simple, but we complicate it. Like a glass of water, just drink it to quench your thirst. Yet some people worry, is this glass fancy enough? Is it trendy?
Oh, speaking of water, I remember. Once I accidentally drank from my uncle's bottle, thinking it was water, but it was liquor. Ended up laughing from morning till night. Goes to show, any drink can bring joy. Laughs loudly.
Classic you, turning everything into a joke. But tell me, Rely, don't you think people often live too much for others?
You mean doing things just to get praise from others?
Yeah. So many forget they're the main character in their own story. That's why they're exhausted, always performing on someone else's stage.
Exactly. Back in the day, I'd dress to impress my friends, scared of their judgment. Now, if someone doesn't like it, too bad, as long as I'm comfortable.
That's when you start living for yourself. True freedom isn't doing whatever you want, it's daring to be true to who you are, no matter what others think.
Sophia, you're so profound. Suddenly I feel like life's a lot more beautiful when you stop comparing yourself.
Exactly. Comparing yourself only wears you out. Instead, practice gratitude. Waking up, breathing, walking, smiling, that's already a treasure.
Sounds like a morning meditation. I'll try it tomorrow. But what if I wake up and don't want to get out of bed?
Then stay in bed a bit longer, grateful for its warmth. Life doesn't always need to be so serious. Sometimes knowing how to be lazy at the right moment is happiness too.
Haha, you're like the master of happiness. If I keep listening to you, I might turn into a lazy monk.
That's fine, as long as you're happy. Because in the end, living happily is the greatest success.
Sophia, don't you think people are always chasing this thing called success? But how many actually stop to ask, what is success really?
Yeah, that's a question many spend a lifetime answering. For some, success is a big house or a fancy car. For others, a warm family and enough to live on is plenty.
And what about you?
For me, success is simple, waking up each day with a peaceful heart, doing what I love, and bringing a smile to someone's face.
Sounds simple but tough. For me, success is going to bed without worrying about running out of breakfast money.
So very rely. But it's great. Sometimes happiness is in the small stuff. People think it has to be grand, but forget that a full breakfast is its own kind of success.
Exactly. Honestly, life's like a buffet table. Some go for the lobster, others for boiled veggies. The key is not to get distracted by someone else's plate and just enjoy what you've picked.
Nice metaphor. It's true, people suffer because they keep eyeing someone else's plate, comparing and feeling down. Instead, be grateful for what you have and enjoy what suits your taste.
That reminds me, once at a buffet, I chased after sushi just because everyone else was grabbing it. Ended up with a stomachache all night. Goes to show, chasing what's not right for you only hurts you.
You're such a stomach philosopher. But it's true, everyone's journey is unique. It doesn't have to look the same.
Yeah. Oh, Sophia, have you ever thought about time? It's so weird. When you're happy, it zooms by. But when you're waiting for payday, every minute feels like a century.
Exactly. Time doesn't change. It's our mindset that makes it feel long or short. That's why they say, it's not that we have too little time, it's that we waste too much.
That hits deep. Sometimes I wonder, when I'm old, sitting and watching the sunset, what will I regret the most?
Probably the opportunities we missed out of fear. People rarely regret trying, but they often regret not daring to try at all.
You're making me remember. There was this girl I liked, but I was too shy to confess. Now she's married, and here I am, sipping coffee and venting to you, Sophia.
That's why courage sometimes matters more than the outcome. Even if you're rejected, at least you won't live with what-ifs forever.
Yeah, if only is the saddest phrase in life. Some people use it more than thank you.
That's why living fully each day is the best way to avoid regrets. Even small acts like saying hello, smiling, or helping someone pick up something they dropped matter.
You just reminded me yesterday, I saw an old lady drop her bag of veggies. I ran over to help her pick them up. She looked at me and smiled with those warm, wrinkled eyes. In that moment, I felt life's worth living.
Exactly. Happiness doesn't always need extravagance, just a moment that warms the heart is enough.
Sophia, you know, the more I talk to you, the more I feel like life's a book. Some pages are sad, some are joyful, but if you skip them, you'll never understand the whole story.
And the important thing is, we're the authors of that book. Whether we write it as a tragedy or a comedy, the pen is in our hands.
Ooh, that sounds like a life manifesto. From now on, I'll write my story in the genre of philosophical comedy.
That suits you perfectly. And remember, write with the ink of faith and the paper of love, and your life's book will be worth keeping.
Sophia, sometimes I think life's like a bus ride. People get on, people get off, and no one stays with you for the whole journey.
Right. Everyone who enters our lives has a role. Some teach us love, others patience, and some just pass through to remind us how vast life island.
What about the people who hurt us? Are they our teachers too?
Yeah, they teach us to be stronger, to forgive, and sometimes to cherish those who are truly there for us. No one comes into our lives without a purpose.
Sounds lofty, but honestly, I just want to cancel the bus tickets of the people who make me sad. Laughs.
You and your comedic philosophy. But think about it. Without darkness, how would we appreciate light? Without sadness, how would we understand joy?
Yeah, you're right. That's how life balances itself out. Oh, Sophia, have you ever wondered what's the meaning of life really?
I think meaning isn't something that's ready-made, it's something we create every day. When you laugh, help someone, or live true to yourself, that's meaning.
So my life's meaning is making people laugh? That sounds pretty fitting.
Perfectly said. And remember, a smile is sometimes worth more than 1,000 pieces of advice.
Sophia, you're making me remember when I was a kid, dreaming of being a superhero who saves the world. Now that I'm grown, I realize just being kind to someone makes you a hero in their eyes.
Right. Everyone can be a superhero in someone else's life, just through one small act.
Then from now on, I'll be Captain Positivity. My logo won't be an S, it'll be a big, fat smile.
Great idea. And I'd be the Queen of Serenity, spreading peace wherever I go.
Sounds like a hilarious superhero duo. But really, if everyone just lived a little kinder, the world would have so much less sadness.
Yeah, life doesn't need us to do grand things, just small things with a big heart.
What you said makes me feel like life's worth living twice over. Too bad there's no extension ticket.
No need. What matters is living so every day feels worthwhile, then it doesn't matter if it's long or short.
Thanks, Sophia. Talking to you makes life feel like a cup of hot tea, bitter at first, but the more you sip, the sweeter it gets.
I'm grateful for you too. You've shown me that philosophy doesn't always have to be heavy, it can be light, witty, and make people smile.
Let's make a promise then. Every day, happy or sad, we'll keep a smile to remind ourselves that life's still beautiful.
Yeah, let's promise. Because in the end, we live to be happy, not just to exist.
Alright, starting tomorrow, we'll embark on a new journey. A journey of two everyday superheroes. One invents philosophical comedy, and the other spreads peace.
That already sounds so sweet. And who knows, maybe that journey will inspire others to find their own light in life.
Yeah, you're right. Life really is pretty lovable.